This context... First time I screwed up this catchphrase.
Off to a great start.
This contest it's not scheduled.
That's going in, by the way. I'm not editing this. This is staying.
This contest, depending on us disagreeing enough for us to matter, is for the T-Dow Championship. First presenting the challenger.
Blackbird.
And now presenting the T-Dow champion, the Nate Damz. I still have this.
Yeah.
Because I haven't needed to use it yet.
Yeah. You know, if you don't use it for the next Money in the Bank, it's just going to be up for grabs again.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of bragging rights of not having to use it.
Yeah. Also, I had a thought, if we ever made this more of a thing, I would love to commission an actual belt.
That'd be cool.
But it's expensive.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
And no one watches this except for us and maybe our friends.
Yeah.
Anyway! With that said, let's get started with Clash of the Champions! Oh,
Woo!
just Champions, not Clash of the Champions. Just Clash of Champions. It's different for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to butcher some of these names because I don't know these guys. But the Cruiserweight title is Drew Gulak and I wrote down Cardio? I think
Cardio?
Cardio? It's something like that. I feel bad.
Cardio!
Yeah. It might actually be an L, because I watched Cultaholics to get the thing, and they don't have graphics up, so I'm like, well, fuck that guy, I don't know his name. I mean, I don't mean fuck the guy, he's probably a nice guy.
Yeah.
But,
most wrestlers are, from what I've seen.
And also, Insane Dorada from Lucha House Party for the Cruiserweight title, which, by the way, did you hear 205 Live is canceled?
I did not!
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So, going into this prediction, as always, I pick Drew Gulak to retain, and I think they're definitely going to let him retain to finish out being the 205 Live champion. And I think the Cruiserweight division is being absorbed into NXT, but I'm not sure. But I feel like they're going to have him win just so they can say that and then do whatever they're going to do with Cruiserweights.
Oh, I was going to pick him anyway, because as you pointed out, they only seem to transfer that title during the Big Four, or at the very least WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So, again, we start with agreeing, but nothing new there.
It might change later on, so. Alright, I wrote down, just to copy Brian Zane, Rudolph, Bobby Roode, and Dolph Ziggler versus Strowman and Rollins for the Raw Tag Team titles.
See, this is one where I could go either way on. Because I don't know how long they could do the whole Seth and Braun share the title when they're being opponents. But at the same time, this belt is like almost as bad as all the other ones we've talked about.
Yeah.
I'll go with Rudolph.
Okay, I'm going to go with Strowman and Rollins.
Okay, we're disagreeing.
Yes. Because I feel like it's going to play into a narrative really well. Like, they won, but how will they coexist now?
Okay, yeah, I can see it.
Alright.
I hope so, it'd be different.
Yeah. Styles versus Cedric Alexander for the U.S. title.
I had a feeling that's where they were going to go.
Yeah.
I want AJ to retain, so that's what I'm going to pick, because I just... One, we keep talking about the United States Championship needs to be built back up, but two, it just fits on AJ, because he's got that whole good old boy vibe.
It really does. And yeah, I'm going to pick AJ too, because I also don't think... I'm glad they're giving Cedric Alexander a chance, but I don't think it's his time for a singles title yet.
That makes sense.
So, I'm AJ to retain, and again, belts need to stay on people for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, New Day versus Revival, the SmackDown Tag Team titles, which I didn't even know was a thing. I
remember that being mentioned.
I completely forgot till I saw that thing. So I saw the video. And I'm like, oh, right, that's happening.
Yeah, like I said, I think they mentioned it. They haven't really been pushing it like they had a lot of the other ones. Yeah, I'm gonna go with New Day to retain.
I am so torn on this. Because I want New Day to retain, but you know what? In an interest to make it different, I'll go with Revival.
Okay.
Because like if they have the New Day lose, it will put more effort on intensity on Kofi to retain his title later in the night. So
that is a good story.
I mean, I would like for the New Day to win keep all of them, and have that, but there's gonna be some title changes on this card, I'm sure.
Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah. All right, Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan in a no DQ match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was no DQ.
That was the one thing that did get did affect things in SmackDown.
Yeah, I haven't seen SmackDown yet, but I think Roman's gonna win because they already gave him his first big loss to Shane McMahon, and I know that's controversial to some, but to me it makes perfect sense. So,
you know what's gonna be great?
Yeah.
You know how last time we had like all except one match, and for all the big views we seem to agree, we're gonna disagree a lot because I have Rowan.
Oh, okay.
Because you haven't seen SmackDown yet, but something happened. They're really building him up as like kind of the next big monster,
Okay.
and I feel he needs to keep that momentum. I don't want to say it till you watch it, but it's so.
Probably watch it after we get done with this then.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Rowan. So we're doing really good on this one.
Yeah.
All right.
I might have to use this.
Yeah. Wait till we get to the punishment. So, all right. Bliss and Cross versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville for the women's tag team title.
I want Fire and Desire to win, mostly because I know what their deal is at the very least. Plus, I really like both Mandy and Sonya. I think they both deserve it. It'd be cool to have actual heel champions instead of cowardly heels and whatever Alexa and Nikki are right now. I'll also add on that I think, if I'm correct, I would also really like for a split to happen with Nikki and Alexa, where we finally get some kind of payoff with whatever they started setting up there. But either way, my pick is Fire and Desire.
I'm going with Bliss and Cross.
Okay,
because,
hey, we're disagreeing.
Yeah,
a lot.
we are. Like, we're finally a year into this, and we're finally picking up pace. But mostly because, like, I'm actually really fascinated by what they're doing with those two. Like, they are starting to gel as a team and, like, a tag team.
Okay.
Like, we all thought the fucking Cross was going to come, and, we were hoping it'd be Nikki just to make things different. But,
because does no one else remember that smile when she first showed up?
Right?
Like, no one else talks about that.
Yeah. But, like I said, they've really gelled now, and I'm just really fascinated to see what they would do if they remain a tag team, and, like, if they are going to turn them... like, Nikki's already kind of a face, but, like, face Alexa is a thing I'm really interested in seeing.
Yeah, that would be something to see.
Like, keep the attitude, because, like... Again, you gotta watch SmackDown, because there was a match between Mandy Rose and Nikki Cross.
Okay.
But before Nikki comes out, Alexa comes out first, and they just had this, like, verbal sparring, and Alexa's body language is always great, and she's kept that. So, like, she can be face, but still have the kind of the attitude, because it's fucking great. It's amazing. And last week, you watched last week's SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
When Mandy was yelling, like, "You'll never look like me. I just love Alexis. No one wants to look like you." I'm like, it's great.
Yeah.
Also interesting, I noticed, it is a team of a blonde and a brunette versus a team of a blonde and a brunette.
Yeah, I made the connection with the two blondes. It hadn't occurred to me about the two brunettes.
Yeah, so it's just kind of funny. Alright, Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz for the IC title.
See, this is another one I could go either way on, because I feel like the Intercontinental Championship belongs on The Miz, but again, I would like Nick Nakamura to keep a title for a while, and them do something with it.
Yeah, I would like him to have a title and do stuff, because I legitimately forgot the IC title existed for a while.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it is with Shinsuke, secondary titles in SmackDown, but he'll win one, disappear...
Yeah, I was just saying.
And then come back and lose it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about he did jack all with the United States title.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Shinsuke to retain, because I don't think they're gonna start the Miz. I'm still kind of convinced the Miz pissed someone off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like the IC title, it's the Miz.
Yeah.
And he really needs a fucking win.
Yeah.
He really does need to start winning as a babyface. But I gotta go with Shinsuke, because, like, I want the title to stay on someone. They're doing that thing with him and Sami Zayn. Which
could, be interesting if they do it right.
Yeah, so I feel like Sami might get involved somehow. So I think Shinsuke's going to retain. Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. Randall Keith for the WWE title.
Okay, I want Kofi to win, obviously, but dial back on the similarities with the Samoa Joe story.
Yes!
Like, the thing with, him taunting the family was one thing, but the letter, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
2, 2, make it definitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, like put this story to bed. It's been fun, but you can't stretch it out for another pay-per-view.
Yeah.
At least
like,
I don't. At least I don't think they can do it well.
No.
So just give it a definitive win to Kofi.
Yeah, I'm going with Kofi too. Same reason. Like same reason I said last time. He has to win at this point. Otherwise, it's a bad look.
Yeah.
And like I said, this has to be the blow-off match. They can't without it being like really, really bad. I like Rowan and Rowan. I think like Rowan can win this and begin a pretty good feud between him and Roman. Yeah. And when Winter's on SmackDown, you see what I mean.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Kofi. We both have Kofi to retain. Yeah. So now we're starting to agree. But this is okay. I'm going to lump these two together because I have reasons why, and I want to go on a big journey to explain this.
Okay.
Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title, and Bayley versus Flair for SmackDown Women's title. What I think is going to happen, if I do fantasy booking, I think Banks is going to win the Raw Women's title because she came back. They need to keep this heat on her. She needs to be strong, and also, if you haven't seen already, Becky Lynch is going to SmackDown in October. Fox want her because she's very popular, and Fox wants all the things. So, in my mind, what I'm thinking is Becky's going to lose her title. Bayley's going to retain her title because she also needs to be strong. And I love Charlotte. I love heel Charlotte, but she doesn't need another fucking title run.
She does not.
She's good enough. Like, I was thinking about this today. Like, this, if she wins to be her 10th title, which means she'd be 6 behind her father's 16 world titles. But her father's meant more because they were lengthy runs. It was the entirety of his career.
Right.
No offense to Charlotte, but she hadn't been doing this long.
No.
Title reigns need to be longer and mean more.
Yeah.
You can do it the 24/7 title. Like, R-Truth has won it, like, maybe 16 times now?
It's in the teens. I forgot the exact number, but
But it's a comedy belt, and that's fine. You can do that. Comedy belts aren't bad.
Yeah.
Like, there's one wrestling federation where they have, like, this thing that, like, a trash can won it. Like, that is the entire existence of the title, and it doesn't diminish any other titles. But keep hot-dogging them between two people is what diminishes them. So, that said, I think Bayley retains to look strong. I think Becky's going to go to SmackDown. Going to be moved there in whatever draft, shakeup, whatever. Be like, well, I lost my Raw title to your best friend, so guess what?
Yeah.
The man's coming around to take her title back. Because she was the first SmackDown title holder. So.
Alright. So, just to get this out of the way, yes, I'm ready for Bayley to retain. Obviously, she's still my girl. I'm actually liking the heel turn so far because it's been done in a unique way, at least way I haven't seen before, and I would go into further detail, but I'm noticing the battery gauge is getting a little low.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I am super, super excited for for Bayley versus Charlotte because that's when I got into wrestling, is when those two were feuding over the Raw Women's title. So this is like, granted it's only been 2 or 3 years, but it's still nostalgia for me, and I'm really excited. And I was actually going to more or less agree with you about the Sasha thing, her taking Becky's title, because first I was just thinking all that controversy about how Sasha disappeared. It's like I feel like they had to promise her a belt to get her to come back. Whether that's a work or not, that's where my mind is.
You're not the only one to think that.
Also, so I was already thinking that, and ironically I was thinking, you know what, I'll just pick that so we'll have something different. Not necessary this time.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking now that Sasha and Bayley are, back to being best friends, they are gonna, even if they're apparently still doing a brand split, I don't know if the freaking wildcard rules are going to be a fact, but I thought they might just sort of do a faction. The two women's champions are heels and they help each other out. It's like sort of a pseudo tag team, if that makes any sense. Like the return of the Boston Hug connection, but without the hugs and the actual tag team belts. So yeah, we're actually going to agree on that one. I thought we would disagree on Becky and Sasha, but I didn't know Becky would be heading to SmackDown.
Yep.
So
and then last but not least, Strowman versus Rollins for the Universal title.
I'm looking forward to this one. Like I said, I am digging the storyline they got going on, and I'm curious to see how it's going to play out throughout the course of the evening. I just don't see him giving it to Braun. They're never going to give the Universal title to Braun.
See, I'm actually pulling for Braun.
Okay.
I may be your fool's errand, but again, I have storyline reasons why. Because we know Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, is going to challenge one of the winners. And while I have no doubt he and Seth could have an interesting feud, there is history between Bray and Braun for Braun being part of the Wyatt family. And I just feel like they could do something good with it. The only problem is Braun deserves more to be more than a transitional champion, and if they're gonna have The Fiend fight for it, which seems like they are, he's got to fucking win.
Yeah,
you gotta keep him strong.
They can't have him starting to lose already. That would blow everything.
Yeah, so I think for storyline potential, Braun could win and then lose. Hopefully, he'll come back later. You know, maybe he gets taken off TV. Maybe WrestleMania he comes back in and wins it and has a lengthy run. But that's what I'm going for. So we have quite a few differences.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
have to make sure we write those down so we know.
Yeah.
Now, again, the battery's getting low, so we're going to hurry up through punishments.
Okay.
It is not going to be a bad punishment this time.
Okay.
I believe I explained it to you.
I forgot. So.
All right, cool. Buried under Dockies.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you talked about doing this as a punishment. You hadn't told me you'd actually picked it.
Yeah, I decided to do this for this one because my reasoning is this. I had to eat the goddamn puke jelly bean, so if my streak continues and I lose, I have something that's not that bad. Of course, it's still it can get hot underneath all those, and it's still 1 billion degrees out, so if you say a minute there, it might be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's either going to be that, or because it's not a bad punishment, you motherfucker will lose. And at least I get the title, and you do the one punishment that's not that bad.
Alright.
That's how my life goes. So, that's how it
works for me.
Alright, so we'll see what happens Sunday.
Alright.
See you guys.